Welcome to the Pink Power CEO platform. Not only is this a podcast, but it is also a lifestyle and a movement to enlighten, empower, and edify women across the globe to their next level of success in all areas of life. As women, we are mountain movers, we are chain breakers, and we work hard every day to keep ourselves from being bound by all the things that life throws our way. If you are ready to unlock the pain, discover your passions, and walk in your purpose, then you are invited to join us on this journey towards freedom. Freedom from depression, freedom from hurt, freedom from not feeling good enough, freedom from not making yourself a priority, freedom from complacency, freedom from paycheck to paycheck living, whatever is keeping you in a mental, spiritual, emotional, physical, or financial chokehold. The time to release yourself from these restraints is right now. So join us as we usher in a new episode of the Pink Power CEO. Hey, my beautiful butterflies, and welcome to the Pink Power CEO podcast. My name is Monique Macklin, a women empowerment strategist and the host of this new platform. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to join me. Now, this is my inaugural episode, and not only do I want to lay a foundation for this podcast, I also want to discuss my mission so I can find my tribe of women that desire to be better, to think better, and to live better. So the first thing I want to touch on is, why do I call you all my beautiful butterflies? Well, it's quite simple and it's very personal to me. It's a personal thing, my thing. I love butterflies. They have spoken to me all of my life. Some people love elephants. Some people love owls. I personally love butterflies. My theme song for life is Black Butterfly by Denise Williams. But spiritually, when it comes to butterflies, they are a symbol for new beginnings and for transformation. When I put this podcast together, I wanted to create a space for those women that need to do something new, that need to transform their lives into something they've envisioned for a long time, or at least get some guidance on how to do that. Now, here at the Pink Power CEO podcast, there are two different podcasts we'll present on this platform. Both of them are geared towards women learning and understanding how to be the CEOs of their lives, in life and in business. The first one is entitled My Pain, My Passion, My Purpose. We will talk about the pains that have shaped you, the passions that you need to tap into, and the purpose you need to grab hold to. With this podcast, this will deal with me speaking with everyday women of all ages who feel stuck and or complacent in life. Most times, this stems from the pains that they have experienced in life. These women have had to overcome some rough circumstances, or they may find themselves always dealing with rough times, and they want to know how to move past this place in their lives. These women are what I consider warriors, but they are not walking in their God-given purpose. They need and want to design the life and lifestyle they see in their mind, but need direction on how to unlock the levels that keep them bound. Our mission is to provide guidance on ways they can begin their personal pathway to prosperity. Now, the word prosperity is one of my favorite words. This is a word that my grandmother taught me when I was around 11 or 12 years old. Prosperity is more than just money. It's growth, it's expansion, it's accomplishment, it's abundance. But while money gives us access to things and to stuff, we also require other necessities in life, such as an abundance of joy, an abundance of laughter, a sense of accomplishment with our family, in relationships, whether it's personally or within business or work. We want to expand our impact in the lives of those we love, or maybe we want to become more impactful in our community. As women, we also desire to grow mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. When all of these elements are in alignment with one another, we will then be on the road to greatness. Now, the second podcast is called Bossing Up. This is also a platform that's going to encompass all the key elements of my pain, my passion, my purpose. But these episodes will be conversations with those women who have been battle tested in life, women who have fought through adversity to reach a level of success they fought so hard to achieve. These conversations will be centered around encouraging the Pink Power CEO tribe to just stay the course, to not give up. Although life can always be lifing, right? We always know life is always going to be lifing. You can still accomplish your goals no matter what people say or what comes up against you. If you stay the course, you can do this. So that is what Bossing Up will be about. If you are a woman who desires a safe space to tell your story and to get some guidance towards accomplishing some of your life's goals, or you are a woman who has bossed up in life in spite of life trying to stop you in your tracks, then I want to have a conversation with you. If you go to pinkpowerceo.com, you can complete the appropriate form so we can discuss you becoming a guest on the show. Now, some of you who follow me, you know a little bit about my story, but if you are new here, I want you to know I will be sharing my life and professional experiences. When I say this is a safe space for you, then it must be a safe space for me as well. But to catch you up to speed, just a little bit for today. Once again, my name is Monique Macklin. I am the founder and CEO of Empowering the Masses, which houses the Credit Lady, MoniqueMacklin.com, and the Pink Power CEO, which is a podcast, a lifestyle, and a movement. I have been a financial deal architect for over 27 years in real estate and funding with business startups and expansions, and also in private banking. My expertise as a women empowerment strategist and business mastermind coach is what led me to want to create this podcast, because in spite of all I have endured, I am still here. Now, I have had my fair share of pain in my life, and there were times in my life when I felt that the atrocities enacted upon me would keep me from accomplishing my goals I had set for myself. The mental and emotional chokeholds that kept me stuck were showing up in my life in ways that kept me bound, and I had to fight like hell to free myself so that I could break the chains that were literally killing me inside. The pains I've experienced. So these pains that I've experienced, I want to list them to give you some perspective on how life has been for this woman who is speaking to you right now. My journey began in Brooklyn 51 years ago. Some of these things that I will be listing, these things that I have experienced and gone through, some of them still may be a little bit of a gut punch to me. So if I get a little welled up, just know I still will push through and get through. All right? So to begin, I was violated by my biological father from a toddler to age 12. So when I say I was violated, I mean I was sexually violated by this monster. At age 4, my mother's boyfriend tried to kill me, which obviously failed, but he broke my hip and leg in the process while he was trying to suffocate me. My mother married my dad, my stepdad, when I was 5. He raised me, and I'm so thankful for that. But let's just say my early years, I definitely felt like the stepchild that I was. I witnessed domestic violence in that relationship in our household until they divorced. I got pregnant weeks after turning 16 years old with my now beautiful 34-year-old daughter. But at age 12, after watching an episode of Oprah, I became obsessed with the fact that I might not be able to have children because there was a guest on Oprah's show who noted that after years of sexual abuse, she was unable to conceive. So, I thought that would be my fate as well, even after the biological monster had stolen so much from me already. I thought this was just another thing that would be stolen from me as well. Truth be told, I named my daughter when I was around 12 or 13 years old because I did not want to believe that my life would be one where a child of mine did not exist. Another truth is, had it not been for the Oprah show giving me courage at my 12-year-old self, I don't know how much longer I would have had to endure the violations that were upon me, that were being put upon me in my youth, right? But I thought I wouldn't be able to conceive after seeing one of those episodes as well. But fast forward, I have a child, I have a son-in-law, and I have 4 beautiful granddaughters. I am thankful that God had other plans for me. Now, when my daughter was 2, my mom became addicted to crack cocaine. Seeing the downward spiral of the one who gave birth to me was extremely traumatizing, especially when someone she had stolen from tried to beat her to death, and me seeing the aftermath of that. It was a lot. It was a lot. Now, when my daughter was 4, I lost my grandmother, my second mother, suddenly. Now, I didn't mention this, but my mom had me when I was 15 years old. So, of course, she was young. So, my grandmother was pretty much my second mom, right? To say my entire world was shaken when I lost this woman. It's been 30 years, and 30 years later, I have never been the same. When I tell you, no one loved on me like Anna Louise, trust me, no one ever loved on me like that woman. No one, besides my auntie Crystal, which is my mom's sister. She's like my big sister because we're only 9 years apart, but my auntie Crystal will still beat somebody down for me today. So, now, in 2007, 2 days before my daughter graduated high school, we lost our dad. He was the rock who covered us when we could not cover ourselves, but he also cussed us out in love occasionally. But again, he was the rock, and he's now gone in his 50s after a long battle with major health issues. About 15 years ago, my mother, who had fought to recover from drug addiction, was rushed to the hospital due to a brain aneurysm. She was rushed into surgery. She had 3 or 4 brain surgeries. After the last one, the doctor told us, well, it's up to her if she wants to fight through this and live. My mother is still alive. I'm 51, my mom is 66. She's still alive. She's in a facility where they can monitor and take care of her, make sure she's good, but she survived that as well. Now, for me, after a string of bad choices in men, bad financial choices, because no one I ever encountered knew much about money or credit or anything. And those bad habits, of course, get passed down generationally. And other bad choices, not to mention, I was doing extremely well in 2008, but then we encountered the 2008 mortgage implosion, which struck so many of us all, but it also led to me starting my own business in the midst of a financial crisis. And I lost everything twice. It was a devastating blow, but it was one hell of a comeback in the making for your ass. Let me say that. In December 2014, I was diagnosed with Bell's palsy, which pretty much means the right side of my face is slightly paralyzed due to the nerves in my face becoming detached. After several blood tests, MRIs, and more, no doctor can tell me why or why my face has not completely healed. No one can give me any answers. Most attributed it to stress. So that's the answer that was given. That's the answer I've been led to go with, right? Pretty much what happened is that my smile was stolen from me when this happened. So when you see me in pictures, you never see me smile. And that is the reason why. Now, I reconnected with a love I met in 1996 in Richmond, Virginia. I had not seen this gorgeous man since 2001. After 15 years, the power of Facebook brought us back together in 2015. We saw each other again in 2016, which is the 15-year difference there. We got engaged in October of 2016. We got married January of 2017 on his birthday, only for me to lose this beautiful man suddenly to alcohol intoxication in October of 2020. And yes, his alcoholism he hid from me. He said he could not risk losing me again, but in spite of the drama and trauma that encompassed that whole alcoholism that he was fighting through, there was never a day or a doubt ever that my husband did not love me past forever. So 3 years later, now I'm charged with picking up the pieces of my life and moving forward. Oh God, mad at God, questioning God, and trying to understand life all over again. Like so many of you listening to me right now, you're trying to understand, what is all of this about, Lord? What is it all about? What I just went over are some of the pains that I have experienced in my existence. This is my story in a quick outlay, but it also leads me to my passions, which are writing and being in the field of communications in one way, shape, or form. This podcast is one of the ways that I get to live out my passion, since being a journalist was what I desired to be as a child. And every specialized school I attended in New York was geared towards me moving in that direction. But then life happened, of course, and I had to pivot and focus on being a mother first. But I never stopped dreaming or revisiting my passions as I developed new fascinations in life. Now, my purpose in life and all the things I have been battle tested through are here and designed for me to help people create the lifestyle that they desire to live. With everything I have experienced, everything I have overcome, everything I have created in the face of adversity, and all that I have witnessed and lived through, my sincere hope for this platform is to help women identify the pains in their lives, rediscover their passions, and walk fiercely into their purpose. I shared my story in bullet points today, but there will be times where I will delve deeper into each phase of my life. But I made note of them so you can know that I am someone who has been through a lot, and there were many roadblocks in my path that could honestly justify me giving up, but I didn't. Being in business going on 16 years has not been an easy journey, but in spite of all that has come up against me, I refuse to give up and I refuse to lose. I have over 3,000 ancestors walking this walk with me. They strengthen me, they speak to me, they guide me. I remain steadfast and resilient, and I know that my story is going to help someone else get their breakthrough one day. That is why I keep going. When you choose to tell your story on this platform, I want you to know you have someone who is here to listen, someone who can empathize with you, but also someone who can motivate you to your next level of success. Whatever success looks like for you. But just like any illness, when you go to the doctor's appointment, there is no prescription without first learning the symptoms, right? As a women empowerment strategist, we can talk about your childhood, your intimate relationships, your financial troubles and goals, and everything in between. Although we will do some video recorded sessions with vodcasts. Most of our conversations will be audio recordings only, which are, of course, podcasts. I chose to do it this way for a few reasons. I want the women who choose to share their story to not feel like they have to have their images shared in a mass way. Now, if you choose to do your interview through video, that's fine. I just want you to know that it's not mandatory. The other reason I chose to do audio mostly is because statistics show wealthy people listen to podcasts mostly, right? Why? Because busy people don't have time to be watching videos all day, right? So when is the last time you saw Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, or Warren Buffett on video promoting any of their products or services or saying, hey, listen to my podcast? That's not something you're going to see because it doesn't exist. That's because they're too busy doing things like creating billions or living their lives. They do find time to listen, however, maybe through a jog or in the car, because you're not supposed to have videos playing in the car, but you can still listen, of course, right? But I like to put my earphones on and I love to listen. Right? So the final reason I chose to do audio mostly is because the good word says faith comes by hearing. It does not say that faith comes by watching TV or videos. It doesn't say that. If you want to tune into success, it has to resonate in your spirit. Put those headphones on and let the words you hear through this platform do what it is created to do, which is to transform your life for the better. When I envisioned putting this platform together, I thought about those days when I lived in New York, when I was in my early 20s, and I could not wait to catch the Wendy Williams show on the radio on my ride home, right? This is when I lived in Queens. I worked in Long Island. I couldn't wait to just jump in my car and listen to the Wendy Williams show. Yes, we all know that Wendy is considered to be quote unquote messy, but Wendy, even in her talk show days, had a way of drawing in an audience and making them eager to tune in. Even to this day, when things pop off, people will say, I wonder what Wendy Williams would say, right? Because that is the hold that she had on us. Back then, again, I couldn't wait to get in my car and just escape the world and laugh a little. Wendy created a place for people to tune in, to laugh, to get mad at her from time to time, but really to just escape for a few hours. Love her or hate her, she mastered her craft in a powerful way. With the Pink Power CEO podcast, I want to have the same effect, but in a positive way, of course. As women, tune in to learn how to effectively become the CEO of their lives. And in business, if that's your goal, I want people to listen, to laugh, to cry, to have aha moments, to take action, to cheer each other on, to make a commitment to themselves, to definitely win on purpose. No matter how far we all come in life, we are always working towards more, to better ourselves, of course, to make ourselves proud at each new milestone we meet. When I tell you I am excited about the women that will have a positive transformation on this journey, it's truly just an understatement. It really is. So with that being said, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day, my beautiful butterflies, to listen. I pray that you will become a part of my Pink Power CEO tribe, and I invite you to go to pinkpowerceo.com to submit your request to become a guest on either My Pain, My Passion, My Purpose, or Bossing Up. Now, for those of you who might be a little shy, or you may just have a simple life question about real estate, relationships, money, credit. Maybe you have a question about how to properly start a business, because just getting an LLC and a bank account ain't it. I want you to know there is also an option to complete what I call the Hey Mo Hey form. So Hey Mo Hey is kind of like my version of Dear Abby or the Strawberry Letter. You submit your question, and if you're chosen, I will read your question on one of the episodes and respond accordingly. I don't want anyone to miss out when it comes to their breakthrough. Whatever your breakthrough might be, I want to be able to provide that to you. So in closing, just know that I am praying for the woman you'll become this year. My prayer is that you are happy, that you are healthy, and that you are loved, and that you are living and walking in your purpose. So until next time, my love, be blessed and be a blessing. Thank you for listening to the Pink Power CEO podcast. My mission is to provide content that will allow you to self-reflect, become self-aware, and just love on yourself a little bit more each and every day. When you do that, you can then begin to design the lifestyle that you desire to have. Be sure to visit us online at www.pinkpowerceo.com to submit your comments or to learn more about becoming a guest on either our My Pain, My Passion, My Purpose show or the Bossing Up show. If you are shy and still have questions you need answers to, there is an option to submit questions to Hey Mo Hey. Once again, I thank you for your support and look forward to building a strong community of women that are enlightened, empowered, and edified to their next level of success in all aspects of life. Be sure to follow us on all social media platforms at Pink Power CEO. My name is Monique Macklin, and I will see you at the top because, as we all know, the bottom is way too crowded.